How's it going, Lazy Bruces? I'm Poppy Sixkilla. Welcome back to Meteor World Actor, Badge and Dagger. Hopefully, I can English better this time because I feel like that last episode, I just could not enunciate my words. We are helping Ryoko get home because she's pretty sure that she's been stalked, although we have not found anyone as of yet. Let's continue. We're probably almost to Ryoko's house by now. See, I already fucked up. My inner list of suspects is down to 0 people. Swing and a miss. The stalker being in front was only ever a theory. I thought it was a good one, but still. I don't feel anyone anymore. Seeing that, I go over to Ryoko. Chiffon melts out of the darkness to join me. She's like a ninja. Is this your place? Yeah. I never thought I'd show you the way here like this. It's a good neighborhood. The security looks tight too. I am a woman, you know. Thanks for helping today. No luck? Yeah, about that. There was no sign of anybody. What? Nobody was following you. But we checked some other options too. Same outcome. Nothing. So you mean the stalker was all in my head? No, I'm not saying that. He wasn't following you today, that's all. You were probably just feeling our eyes on you. Oh. If you say so, Ruka, I guess you're right. Ryoko looks disappointed, but pulls her good cheer back over it. You know she's gonna get kidnapped immediately after this now. Just to prove us wrong. Thank you for sticking with me so late. Thanks for covering that monster bill for me. Not sure we really earned it here. No, that's okay. Thanks again. See you then. Yeah, take care on your way home, you two. Yes, excuse me. Ryoko heads for her door, and we go our own way. Good night, Ruka. Good night, Chiffon. You're a lifesaver. I'm glad if I could be helpful. You free tomorrow? No, I'm going to be overnighting on the job for a little. Harrelson too, from what I hear. Strickler sure keeps you guys busy. He does. Let's go get food again when you got time. Yes. With a deep bow, Chiffon leaves me alone at the station. Time to get back to my home, sweet home. Yeah, the 13th. I get as far as the hallway, then stop in my tracks. I'm thinking back to my conversation with Ryoko. Something's bugging me. What? Melissa pokes her face out of my coat pocket. Did we really happen to land a stalker-free night? What? The pixie confusedly cocks her head a little. Well, there wasn't anyone there, so it should be obvious to hear Melissa tell it. You didn't feel anything, and neither did Chiffon. But Ryoko did. I figured she was confused, but it doesn't feel right. Doesn't it? She felt like someone was following her. Sometimes it's just a sign of an overactive imagination. And that's what I chalk it up to here too. But there are still times when it's more than that. Nothing says a stalker has to be a normal human either. I don't like this, but it's bugging me hard. If it's a keeper, we can't rule anything out. There are keepers who can make themselves undetectable, right? That's the problem, yeah. We could theorize all we wanted, and it would still be hard to catch a stalker with special powers. If that's what we got here, we can't leave her alone. That worst case scenario I told Chiffon wasn't made up. Which one? The one where we provoke the stalker into action. 180 degrees. Through the MPA's door, I hit the streets at a run. Wait, Ruka, are you okay out here alone? Hell no, I'm not. I ring the number Ryoko gave me. If she picks up like normal, I'm out here for nothing. But the call doesn't go through. Looks like her phone's dead. See, I called it. Are you going? You know it's really dangerous. The risk hurts, but her life's worth more. Phone's still on hand. I ring Clarice next. She's not picking up either. Great partner, except when you need her. Cripes, I have to go check myself. If Ryoko is alright, then I can just run straight back. Don't worry, Ruka. If it looks real bad, we can always call the police. What kind of detective phones the police? You still live in the city, they're on your side. Even if I haven't been paying my taxes? Pay your taxes. I get as far as Ryoko's building. Drat, should have asked her room number. I wouldn't tell you if I was her. Shut it. Guess I'll start ringing doorbells. No, wait. There's a security camera at the entrance here. I should get a good look at everyone coming in. It should. Are you gonna call Tamako? No need. This will be plenty for an ancient system like this. I pull out my phone and fire up a program. What's that? Just a little hacking app. I pick the option labelled Network Control. It pulls itself a connection to the nearest camera. All set. Let's see what went down half an hour ago. You seem too used to this. Haven't actually used this app before. Tamako set it up for me a little while back. How'd you talk her into that? It wasn't easy. But I guess it beat having me call every time. You seem to be very persistent. Anyway, the app's way better than you'd think. You gotta be close to a network to use it, but it doesn't leave anything they can track. I find the footage from half an hour ago and start fast forwarding through it. Nothing. We're caught up to 15 minutes ago now. It was 20 minutes ago that we left her very near here, so that means she never came in. No, wait. I stopped the footage. 14 minutes ago I see Ryoko caught on camera. She's trying to open the electronic lock in a hurry. But it's only a moment before a hand comes into view to grab her and drags her off outside the camera's vision. That was our stalker. I kill the app and go back outside. Can you find it with just that? Wait. I look around and think. What are you doing? Picking at this guy's psychology. It's after 9 PM, but the area is still active. He'd have gotten caught and reported if he tried to drag her home down the street. So he'll have stuck to the shadows. I plunge into an alleyway and start running. And... Ryoko? Ryoko's on the ground, bound and gagged. Next to her is a man trying to assault her. How are you here? Sounds like he recognizes me, but I don't know his face. So you're Ryoko's stalker. Zounds! He pulls himself away from her in a hurry. Put your hands up in the air, pal. I point my gun right at him. That's not to say I'm all confidence. This is the guy I couldn't see before. He's got tricks up his sleeve. I'll give you the handcuffs, you put them on. What if I don't? Figured that was obvious. It's not obvious to you? I wiggle my finger on the trigger. It won't kill him, but it's gonna hurt. Whether or not he knows that, he's gonna know that getting shot is no fun. Give them to me. I'll toss him. I throw them to his feet. He picks them up and looks at them, and then looks at me. Do it. I've never seen real handcuffs before. He jangles them around and stares at them more closely. I like these. Nobody's getting out of them. They're way better than ropes though. Not asking you for a review here. Put them on and my vision goes wrong. When I figure out what's happening, I realize I can't see the stalker anymore. What? Is this his power? I've seen people with the power to disappear before though. No need to panic yet. I can't hear any footsteps, and I can't hear the cuffs jangling in front of me. I can hear. If he's just invisible, I can fight by sound. I raise my gun and... I'm behind you. The voice comes from in front, but I turn at the feeling that there's someone behind me. The stalker is standing there. My hearing is betraying me too. I roll in a quick evasive action. Without hesitating, I fire a shot. I see the bullet hit home, a clean impact on the guy. It passes right through him. The bullet continues to land in the wall behind him. What? The grinning jerk drops the cuffs at his feet. I hear them hit the ground, not where he is, behind me, so he makes like holograms of himself. I don't know what's happening. Ryoko wants to say something, but I can't make out the words. The stalker runs at me and starts to swing. The sound doesn't match where he is. His fist hits my left arm, but my right feels the blow. What the hell is your power? Instead of answering, he prefers to keep hitting me. All I know for sure is that my eyes are lying. My ears too. I thought they'd be okay, but they're just as screwed. Were they honest earlier? But now my hearing is going too. What could be happening, Mr. Detective? My visual senses tell me where he is, in front of me. My hearing brings his voice from behind to the right. I fire behind and to the left, no dice. The only thing I hit was empty space. Want to leave? I can let you off the hook. I'm not on the hook, idiot, you are. Buzz off right now and I'll give you a break. You're joking? You think I'm gonna leave Ryoko here? What are you to her? Don't make me spell it out. She's my girl. Liar. He answers coolly. I thought he'd fly off the handle there, but it looks like he's still got it together to me. He's definitely a stalker, right? Based on where he's got her, I think that's safe to say. Yeah, she's tied up in an alleyway. Is he just that sure he can take me? If I had my powers right now, I'd be done for. I'd simply freeze everything here except Ryoko. But that's not on the table at the moment. So what's my play? Ryoko makes desperate noises. If I could just get that gag out of her mouth. I don't think so. Another attack from an unpredictable angle. I fall down and stare at Ryoko. Give me a break. You think I'm letting you go? Not likely. He's overconfident, the scoundrel. He comes closer and I point my gun at empty space and pull the trigger. Yep. He crumples down holding his leg. Huh, so that's the trick. I don't know exactly how it works, but close enough. I stand up and ignore where he's writhing on the ground. I grab my gun. I jam my gun into empty space instead. This about where your face is? Wait! The Stalker tries to stop me. I let loose with a kick in the open air. I feel the kick land. Good enough. What I see doesn't match what I hear. You're right around here though, aren't you? How do you know? Ryoko's eyes. She's been watching you this entire time. I can't see you, but she knows just where you are, huh? I think your power messes with my vision and hearing. That explains how we missed you on her way home tonight. The only thing I don't get is why you let her see you. If you covered me and Chiffon at the same time, then you can't handle at least two at once? Can't you handle at least two at once? Like I even care what a Stalker is thinking. Cut the nonsense, will you? I go in and haul him up by his collar. Let me go. He struggles, presumably. You're right if I do, yeah? I won't. No, you won't. You shot him in the leg. Okay, cool. I'll let you go. Not. I slam him down on the ground and hit him. He collapses unconscious. Man, this guy's a handful. I run over and untie Ryoko. You okay? Yeah, thanks. I straighten out her clothes and help her up. Thank you, Ruka. Still shaking, she leans into me. I'm glad you're okay. Can you stand? Yes. Well, so she says, but I see her knees shuddering. I'd rather not hang out in this alley for long. Borrow my shoulder. Thanks. What will you do with him? He's going to be napping for a little while. The cops will be here soon, don't worry. Okay. I support Ryoko out of the alleyway. The commotion could attract more trouble if we don't hurry. And the last thing I need is cult trouble right now. But we make it back to Ryoko's building safely. I have to thank you. Ryoko's sounding a little more like yourself again. How about a lifetime free meal pass at Love and Peace? Not a possibility. At least think it over. Fine, 1 year then. The length isn't the problem. I could do that if I owned the place. Guess you don't. The one who runs that cafe is technically its owner. Ryoko can't go handing out free passes like that. Also, I'd probably eat them out of business. I'd probably eat through Ryoko's wallet too if she treated me. This one's a freebie then. We cops do get off on justice. You're so generous today. But I wouldn't say that's the Ruka I know. Shut it. I want to pay you back somehow. Somehow, huh? I eye her up. You can pay me with a kiss, quick and easy. I'm kidding, stop glaring at me. I wasn't glaring yet. You were gonna. I was joking, so don't start. Oh, you were joking? I thought it sounded quick and easy. What? I freeze. Ah, you thought I meant it. Why, you don't mess with a man to the moon, Ryoko. In desperation, I fall back on the classics. Ryoko in turn falls into a fit of giggles. I'm sorry, but why not? Huh? You still on that? I'm being pretty serious here. Yeah, well, stop. That trash punk wasn't worth putting yourself out over. But what if you hadn't come today? Things would have gone worse than I'd like to think about. Well, yeah. If it ended with mugging, she'd be getting off easy. Kidnapping, imprisonment, pain, obsessed people are scary. It could have gone bad, so I'm real glad I saved her. Now I've got much nicer plans than that. What do you mean? I mean what I said. Am I gonna have to cut stuff here? I get back to the agency at the time when other officers are starting to filter in. Feels like it was all a dream. Ryoko was already at work when I woke up. I'm half questioning whether last night was real. But it wasn't a dream. I can still remember her smile. And that's not all. When I close my eyes, it's like she's here. Ruka. Holy cow, Clarice, your timing is the worst. I'm trying to frolic in the infinite fields of fantasy. I keep trying to reach you. What have you been doing? Who, not what? Anyway, why are you freaking out? It's about the Stalker you took down. Oh, did they arrest the guy? They didn't so much arrest him as recover the body. The body? The first officer on the scene found him dead. Hold up, there's no way. He was out cold, but dead? No, he... Are you serious? Yes. You killed somebody, Ruka. It finally happened. Hold on a second. There's no way the guy died from what I did to him. What did you do to him? I hit him some, kicked him some, put the paint on a little. Sounds fatal enough to me. How does it feel to be a criminal? That was a joke. What, so he's not dead? Don't scare me, damn it. No, that part was the truth. He was drained of every drop of his blood in his body, and left there as a dried out husk. Say something. Stop making me forget my lines then. Anyway, it must have been a random vampire. Pretty sure we don't have those running around. Some kind of keeper though? That's more than possible. You shouldn't have left the scene like that. Darn, I ought to be getting a prize for this, and now I'm going to be writing apology letters. Looks like somebody else would be picking up the case. Guess it's not like I'm directly involved. The stalker was lying there passed out, and some other keeper came along and murdered him dead. Alright, got it. I'll keep it in mind. Nighttime at the 13th. For just a brief moment, I'm entertaining a regret. Should I have gone to the hospital instead of Love and Peace? I could have made them get that bullet out of me. Then I'd have at least a chance of getting my powers back. No more excursions tonight though, I lie down. Daimonji wouldn't have let me get away with it anyway. Even if she isn't nearby, I should assume that she's got me under surveillance. Next time I try to go near a hospital, Daimonji's gonna have other ideas. I gotta be careful about moving alone. Making a break for it is a possibility, but Daimonji would be a tough fight even at full power. And it's hard to find someone who's on the same side. Guess I'll sleep. I'm not even allowed to go outside right now. I'll just try to make it out when I get the chance. And then we'll see. For today, I make my peace with that. Hey, be careful with that computer. If you break it, you have to pay for it, understand? Morning's busy at the 13th Division. People move in and out transporting boxes. It's been a few days since our temporary shutdown. They're starting to remove the more useful equipment. Feels like an ending. A finger on a period key, punctuating death to my hopes of revival. Are these all your things, Detective Hiryu? Yeah, that's all I've got. There isn't much here. Don't you need any paperwork? Nope. Ruka is allergic to paperwork. I get hives when I'm within 3 feet of the stuff. I see. The man looks confused. It's like he's never heard a joke before. Forget it, just move the stuff. Right. This all sure happened fast, man. It's not like you're great to work with, but thinking this is the end makes me smile. I was just thinking the same thing. You keep that ugly mug away from me, you hear? Oh, you're gonna miss me, you wuss. Don't be shy. You can cry. Miss you? Your mum wouldn't even miss you. Get over here, your butt's asking for a goodbye whooping. He cracks his knuckles like the muscle head he is. Stop it, you two. You're making this more pathetic than it has to be. Did you hear Ruka? Pathetic, man. Ruka, don't be such a child. Thanos tries to talk me down. The close down is only going to be temporary. If you don't cause anyone any problems, we might be able to come back here. I'm done believing that line. This is a clinical dismemberment. That's... So where are they promoting you to, Chief? My fate hasn't yet been formally decided. I expect they'll find me a corner in some division. You're a sideliner until you retire, huh? Keeps you from having to work, so it must feel like heaven. Maybe in a way. The Chief looks sadly at the departing stack of boxes. Curator didn't even drop us a line here. Isn't that his job as the boss of the fest? This does seem more forceful than I would call ideal. I had thought the trial period would be longer. I thought so too. It ain't like we're welcome where we're going. They'll bring us back here once that gets through their skulls. Is what I thought before. But reality is cruel. We're already on phase 2 of the murder of our division. They're trying to move us and make it stick too. Speaking personally, I don't think you will all cause any problems. That's kind of what we do here, Chief. Precisely. That means this is goodbye. No. There's no need to be so negative about it. I may not be as close with him as all of you, but I think I know what sort of person Curator is. I'm certain he's doing this for a good reason. Bet you he isn't. I'm going. Sasuke, ignoring the whole conversation, wraps up his work and leaves the room. Some things never change. He seems like he's going to be okay. In what reality? He thinks he's going to get back to work alone still. Going to get to work alone still, that's all. Sasuke is going to the fest, isn't he? Maybe I'll get to see Curator dressing him down. But you'll be with me in traffic, right, Ruka? I told you I'm getting moved to the fest. Oh, right. Sorry, I was beginning to get used to thinking he was a traffic cop. Like how she was. She just got to needle me. What do you mean with you? Weren't you someplace else? I'm getting moved again. That's so. I don't say a word, but mentally it checks out. The MPA is systematically human supremacist. Claris as an elf is going to have a hard time with most people. If she were especially competent, then that would change things, but she isn't there yet. You dodged a bullet, huh? Huh? Getting to transfer to the first? Vars's grin is a little envious. You're going to get to pump lead there, at least. I wish I could see the world through your simple eyes. Say that again. Gone is the grin, replaced by a glower. Please try not to fight for 2 seconds. He's the one who pissed me off. Shenanigans like this are why we won't last in other divisions. Getting moved to the first is incredible though. Huh. You think they're going to give us any real work? What do you mean? I'm going to be spending my time having staring contests with paperwork. I don't even have the power to go outside. Luca? Forget it. Good luck, Claris. Have fun. I'll do my job in whatever division I'm in. Well, look who's a model employee. Why am I not going back to the first? You still grumbling about that? Leave me alone, you disturbed me. Not like I want to talk to you anyway. Alex hastily packs up his things. Okay, I have nothing to thank you all for. Goodbye. With his box on one shoulder, he faces the door. Bye-bye, buddy. We didn't work together for long, but thank you for your help. I don't need elf gratitude. Oof, not even a polite goodbye. I look forward to working with you again if the 13th does find its way back to its feet. I won't. Alex strides off, and a single ballpoint pen falls from his box. Drat. I'll get that. The pen rolls to Nagade's feet, where she quietly picks it up. Don't you dare touch my things. Alex slams his box down on a nearby desk and grabs the pen out of Nagade's hand. Huh? Nagade looks surprised to have her hand slapped away. What she did was try to help for once. Don't you think that was a little too much? Shut up. I don't trust anyone except myself. Especially no one on the 13th. Must be lonely. How about apologizing to her? Nagade is still looking deeply uncomfortable. Sorry. Louder. I'm leaving. Alex picks up his box again and escapes. He never did lighten up. I'm sure he has circumstances of his own. Probably. Good morning. Komachi brightly greets the graveyard of the 13th. What's up, you here to laugh at us? I'm not that evil. I came to pick up Claris. I'm sorry for making you go out of your way. Any excuse to slack off, huh? I'm not you, Ruka. Traffic isn't at all like me either. She whispers softly in my ear. Don't worry, I'll take good care of her. Hooray, I'll sleep better knowing that she's in your capable hands. Very convincing. I made it sound fake, but I do trust Komachi. She hasn't got any prejudices about elves, or about people coming out of the 13th. Maybe would take better care of Claris. And traffic is a pretty safe place for a rookie. She's still a gadfly though. I stand up to go get some peace. Alright, I'm gonna let you wrap up with those boxes. Detective Hiryu, where are you going? Grabbing a smoke, man. While he moves your stuff? Wowee. Leave me alone. I barely got any stuff to move anyway. Oh, also, don't touch the sleeping pile over there. 13th or no 13th, this is my bedroom. Oh, so that isn't garbage? It's my bed. Guess I'm officially with the first now. I know how I'm gonna get treated there too. Normally you'd probably call it a promotion, but at least for me it's a transfer to hell. Wonder if it's time for me to quit. Still too soon to make that decision though. Losing my status as a detective would be the bigger risk. If I'm gonna quit, it'll be with my powers back. No way out, huh? I raise my eyes to see someone staring from the hallway. Blowing out a cloud of white smoke, I stub out my cigarette. Could I maybe bother you to not bug me this early? It makes my cigs taste like butt, if you pardon the expression. I'm careful to keep the wording polite with it. Is that your idea of being polite? Could I maybe ask you to stop reading my mind? There's no need to make an effort you can't pull off. You aren't the type to worry about that, whoever might be watching. Fine, works for me. What do you want? This is a regular check-in. I'm studying you, as well as monitoring you. Because of that bullet I've gotten me? It has been thoroughly tested, but never on such an uncooperative subject. We need to be observant for minor changes. Great to know. I'm sure you're making various plans, but I'd like to give you an interesting tidbit. I'm not that sure I want to know what it is. You may think you can slip away without our knowledge. I'd like to let you know that you can't. Sounds like she knows I went out yesterday. You gave me permission. Yes, I'm simply letting you know that you're being monitored. Are you tracking me with the cameras or something? I can't inform you of the methodology. I'd just like you to know that we know everything. It doesn't sound like a bluff. The agency has access to every surveillance camera in the city, and there are keepers with tracking powers too. She's got no shortage of options. Whatever she's using is something more than a simple tail. It seems you have competent friends, but are they any defense against the enemies you've made? She probably means chiffon. Hate to say it, but I'm short on options. Please value your life. You only have one. Pretty sure I was taking care of it fine, up until somebody shot me with it. Nothing. I don't want to do this at this hour. Very sensible. But there is one more thing I'd like to let you know. You're still not done? It's one thing after another with her. Superintendent Ikuta was called before the higher ranks this morning. They pinning another gold medal to his shirt? The opposite, he's likely to be disciplined soon. Huh? Not that it's more than a rumour at this stage. Hold on a second. This talk's taking a turn into crazy town. You're telling me they want to slap Ikuta down? The guy's got to have a squeaky clean attendance record. That is what I'm telling you. He delayed the disestablishment of the 13th Division. He also moved you unilaterally from the traffic to 1st. These actions were in defiance of the agency's direction. You understand that very well, I think. Maybe. Never thought they'd actually mess with him, though. When are they going to make the call? That has not been decided. He'll act as normal on the surface, I'm sure. Once the decision is made, though, action will be swift. Such discipline would be attended by punishment. You got some real hard-asses up there. The upper echelons see this as more than a flirtation with disobedience. A demotion would ordinarily be the answer, but he's been the chief of the First for too long. It's understood that such an action would have consequences. The easiest thing would be to have him leave the force. Seriously? Cool it. Demoting him would open a whole bag of worms. You think the First would even stay functional? We have more competent individuals than you know. People would naturally rise to fill the gap. It's hard to tell how serious she is with this. He's not in a position you can just open up. Who's going to fill it? You? No. But I've already thought about who might. If orders come down for his punishment, of course. Is even Ikuta just another pawn to this woman? I'll leave you to it. Daimonji must have said her piece. She leaves. What a circus. First they take the 13th and now they're gunning for Ikuta? I sure hope this is as bad as it'll get. Hiya. I drop into the 13th as usual, except today it's the 1st. But there's a chill in the air and it's aimed right at me. Glares on all sides, with not a smile in sight. Yikes. I smell an abusive work environment. Come here, Detective Hiryu. As I quiver like a deer in a prison yard spotlight, it's for Yumi who comes to get me. She seems normal, if only because she doesn't know about the situation with Ikuta. Looks like you're all I get for a warm welcome. You want to be my girl? I do not welcome your presence in the slightest. No? Bummer. Superintendent Ikuta hasn't arrived yet, so let us go greet the man in charge. Who's in charge? Superintendent Ikuta has delegated command to Inspector Koenig. Koenig, eh? I can feel my face twisting up. Sir. There's the old snake coiling at the heart of the First. He's over 50, but he prefers to stay at the ground level. Except that he's sitting in a plush, expensive chair. You wanted me? Did I want you? The sharpest glare in the whole room is coming from Koenig. Watch your mouth, Detective Hiryu. You're a member of the 1st Division starting today. You'll need to refresh your understanding of proper respect. Jackass. Your face is jackass. So does my brain. Ikuta may be soft on you, but I will not be. You're a cancer on this entire organization. You don't mince words, do you? I said watch your mouth. Suddenly he's shouting. I see cold sweat breaking out through the whole room. Prick. I ought to rearrange his face, but I better not. Wouldn't want somebody to rearrange my salary. And I doubt this guy can take a joke. Yes, Inspector Koenig, understood. Surprise flits across Fuyumi's face. That better? Yes, until he ruined it. If your tongue slips again, you'll regret it. Man, some people want to solve everything with violence. So what kind of work can I look forward to doing here? Inspector Koenig. The first of the NPA's finest. We go after the baddest dudes here, right? Work? What do we have for a rookie like you? I didn't expect you'd be leaving this room for a while. There it is, huh? You don't like it? Will it change anything if I say I don't? I'm afraid it wouldn't. What a shame. Any other questions? Nope. Good. Take Detective Hiryu to his desk. Understood. This way, please. There's no need to be so polite with Detective Hiryu. He's in the lowest position in the first, after all. Pardon me? Ever heard of a little thing called seniority? Do stop talking. You'll only make things worse for yourself. They're seriously treating me like I signed up yesterday. He thinks he's so great. Well, he is an amazing man. He's been fighting for the first since before Superintendent Ikuta arrived. And he's still just an inspector. Because he turned down every promotion he was offered. What? Unlike you, he could have risen higher had he so desired. I believe the man intends to be buried here. That's so. So he's going to be making my life miserable for as long as I'm with the first. This is your seat. You just do whatever Koenig tells you, huh? Isn't that obvious? And isn't it time you read the room? Me? Yes, your record is worth noting here. Worth nothing here. Your qualifications as a detective are in question. Not only in your attitude to Inspector Koenig, you should assume that your interactions with me and all other colleagues have been closely evaluated. So what, they're going to fire me or something? Isn't that obvious? You must be aware that your position is precarious. First I've heard of it. Then you haven't been listening. In any case, you're forbidden from doing anything without permission. Keep in mind that you'll need to record the time you spend at the smoking area. I can't even smoke when I want. Those who don't smoke are working while you do. This shouldn't need explanation, but just in case, you are absolutely not permitted to go out during work hours. The hell? What am I supposed to do when I get hungry? Take care of it during your 1 hour lunch break. Eating at the first is also allowed for lighter meals. In that case, you want to buy food in advance. You're treating me like I'm new or something. Yes, I think that's clear. Hi, I'm Ruka Hiryu, and I've got no human rights. Fuyumi sits down in the seat across from me. What, you're right in front of me? To supervise. Fine. Whatever. Beats the hell out of staring at some meat slab dude anyway. If Detective Hiryu start on this stack of paperwork, Koenig hands Fuyumi a pile of terror with some of the scariest words I've ever heard. Understood? I expect you to work, is that understood? I know, buzz off. I say it to Koenig's back as he leaves. Real quiet like so he can't hear. Haven't you just been warned about your language? Not so quietly Fuyumi couldn't hear, I guess. Would you kindly shut it? I get it already, ma'am. That is not an improvement. Please start on in on that paperwork then. That's really not my bag. What am I even supposed to do with it? You're reviewing this list of light offenders. Light offenders? I guess I can get through this amount in a day. That's only the first file. In total, how many were there again? In any case, please do your best. That makes it kind of hard to try, but I'll do this paperwork so good. Wonderful. And with that, we need to wrap this episode up here, because we're out of time for today. But it looks like we've been moved to the first, and it's pretty much exactly how we expected it to be. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. Thanks for getting out, and I'll see you in the next one.